So a few days ago, I made this post stating that if I got 20 comments on the post, I will buy Reason 11. I would check it out. Got great feedback, so here we are. At one point in my music making career, I was told that my mixes sucked. The production was good, but the mixes just weren't that great. And so instead of quitting, what I decided to do was go full throttle. Now going full throttle, I had to pick a software to learn in, and you've guessed it, that software was Propellerhead Reason 2 at the time. So the first thing about Reason 11 is the plugins. After I was told I wasn't that great at mixing, maybe a year and a half later, I was using Stevie Wonder's front house engineer to master the music I was working on. And his name is Danny Leak here in Chicago. As I began to bring music to Danny to master, he started to make comments like,
"What are you doing? This mix sounds better than the last time. You're getting better and better. What are you using?"
It was Propellerhead Reason. This is the reason, no pun intended, well, pun intended, that my mixing skills got better. So this mixer right here changed my life. I think at the time the software was called Propellerhead Record that I was using, and I was mixing, doing my vocals and stuff in alongside of Reason. But anyhow, this mixer just put me on another level because there's nothing to see as far as the music that you're hearing. As far as the instruments, as far as the vocals, there's nothing, no graphs to look at. You can only turn these knobs and use your ears. And that's what made me better. Sitting down, looking at knobs, figuring out what they did, how aggressive they were, what my limitations were. It trained me on what to listen for, what to boost, what to take away, and it made the whole process better, and it helped me level up. So having the ability to take, let's see here, channel dynamics, EQ, master bus compressor, to have this available inside of Ableton is a godsend because I can use the strategies and the methods that I used in making music years ago when I first got on Reason 2, using my ears, it's bringing that back for me. Like, it's nostalgic for me. This is my reason why I went ahead and purchased. It's not even for the instruments inside of Reason, it's for the effects. The fact that I can have a channel EQ that I originally learned how to mix on and have it in Ableton now is great. Now the thing about it, these are very effective because there's nothing to be distracted from visually. You only have knobs, so you can turn the knobs left or right, and you have to use your ears to learn what you're doing. I'm a sonic guy. Like, I like sonics first. Once my idea is out, like, I just have this serious problem of getting things sonically correct or I can't make music properly. I love samplers, right? This is the NNXT sampler inside of Reason Studios. And it's very effective. It has all of the basic things that a sampler is supposed to have, but I just think the design of it is dated and it's uninspiring as far as tweaking my samples on the drum pad. I feel that in Ableton, everything is larger, it's more intuitive, and that warp has really got me sold. Like, once you experience the warp in Ableton, it will be very hard for you to do that same type of tweaking or sound design in another DAW. Also, the controls are very tiny. Like, these knobs right here, they work, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like, it looks like it's 2004, 2005. Going to Ableton, I mean, the look has nothing to do with how your music sounds, but I like to be inspired. With that being said, sometimes making a piece of music inside of Reason is better for me because everything is so large and colorful, and they have this rack feature, and I'm a nostalgic producer, so I like to go back in time and play around with things and rewire stuff in the back. Now, the next thing is the timeline. Now, I have a touchscreen. Since I'm using this Surface Pro, within Reason Studios, on their sequencer window, I can just simply grab the bar at the bottom and move around, or if I choose to zoom in and zoom out, I can do that with my finger. The touchscreen kind of saved that, or you can use G and H on the keypad to zoom in and zoom out. But after using Ableton, I got so used to this feature. It's so fast and so quick. There's nothing that beats it yet. So going from, putting my finger and moving, it's super responsive. Going back to Reason, it's just not the same. It's probably a second slower. The zoom in, the zoom out piece, I feel like it should go on top of the bar numbers. I'm just used to that feel, but that's just my opinion. Now, just to give you a quick example of using plugins with knobs and no visual distractions, this 808 here, I don't have any compression or anything on it just yet. So let's take a Reason Rack plugin effect and we'll go for, let's compress it a bit. So we'll go for that channel dynamics is cool. So we got the channel dynamics on the 808. Let's make it fast. Yeah, ratio, turn it up. And it's very effective. Just by turning the knob and using your ears, you practice and you start to learn what the threshold does, what the ratio is, what the release is. You learn by experience, which is the best teacher. What if I wanted to push that in more input? All right, turn that off. Turn it on. It's more controlled. Especially with those note changes in the 808, you kind of need that compressor to catch it if it goes into the red. So that's my basic take on Reason 11. Leave a comment below for just small specific things that you would like to see in this software. If I don't get the comments, I'll just go back to Ableton. I'll go back to what I've always been doing. But let me know what you think. Let me know how you like this video. I did a lot more talking here. Watch out for the next video. Until then, watch this one.
Show me how to dare